with Jamie Jackson from Freestyle Games. They are working on the new Guitar Hero. It's called Guitar Hero Live. Jamie, tell me, what was the reaction from the team at your studio when you guys found out you were working on this game?
Man, they were really stoked. Guitar Hero is such a huge franchise, right? It's such a big game, and even though we did DJ Hero and that was a lot of fun, this is something totally different. And I think once we said to them, look, not only are we going to do it, we want to change it. We want to think about how can we build this from the ground up, and everyone just really bought into it, diving into how we're going to change the gameplay and then turning the camera around so we could put people on stage. It was a lot of fun, so a huge amount of excitement, and I'm sure they're all buzzing back at the studio today.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the controller. It's a pretty special controller. You also had to step away from the standard bearer, which was the original Guitar Hero controller. How did you guys accomplish this?
Man, I mean, this was the tough one, right? Because Guitar Hero was that same control system for such a long time, and people had got used to it. And I think people getting used to it was probably, that was interesting, but we felt like we needed to come back with something different. A lot of our fans were saying, oh yeah, we love Guitar Hero, but we just feel like we want something new. And for us, that means new gameplay, a totally new way to play. It was a hard decision, it was a tough decision to come to, but we just felt 5 years, a big difference between when it was last out. How we got to it, we started to look at how people played, and a lot of people played on medium difficulty. They just used 3 fingers. And we saw a lot of people, as soon as they had to use 4 or run up and down the neck, they'd get into trouble. It's not to say everybody did, but some people did. I did. And then we kind of wanted to make this hand start to do shapes more like kind of in line with what this hand was doing when you're strumming. So kind of, if you think about chord shapes now, you can start to do. So you're starting to move these fingers more like a guitarist, but ultimately it's still a game. And it's still tons of fun to play. It's not a simulator or anything like that. It's still a fun game.
The one thing that I noticed about the guitar, and you can see the footage here where I'm playing it, it's that it's very small for me. Did you guys think about making an adult-sized guitar for a change?
Well, you're a very large adult, so I think you break our percentiles, right? Whereas I'm kind of a small adult. So, but we built this to hit a kind of a broad range percentile. We also didn't want it to be too big for kids, and also we only wanted to make one. We didn't want to have multiple versions. It's like, let's just make one controller.
Relax, man.
Guys, I need you on stage right now.
Let's do this!
And the thing that always looks so fun when I look at pictures of rock stars and film footage of rock stars is not only what's going on stage, but backstage looks super fun. Is there any backstage content in Guitar Hero Live?
Well, yeah, there is, without giving away too much. We wanted to give you a little taste of everything. Whatever you're picking, wherever you're going, there's different ways you're going to come onto the stage. You're going to see different things. So we've been lucky enough to be backstage at some gigs and see what it was like. So we wanted to just give you a little taste of what that felt like.
Last question, have you thought about making a game called Beard Hero?
Yeah, that's something we think about quite often. Unfortunately, we want a kind of game for boys and girls, and we just think the girls are not going to be into it.
I know some girls who probably could play Beard Hero as well as any man.